Welcome to the show, everyone. We have comedian impressionist Marcus Rodriguez on the show. We're going to be talking about KFC's new chicken sandwich. Man undergoes surgery to alleviate erection. And dozens of teens video fatal stabbing without interfering. We also got playing with balls and much more. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. Epic. We have Mark Warren. Yeah.
Hello. How are things?
Things are great, buddy.
Great.
Yes. We have a great show for you guys.
Episode 100.
Yes, it's episode 100, guys. We
should have a cake.
We're not going to have a cake.
Why didn't someone make a cake?
It's just me and Mark today. Isn't that going to be fun?
Because, monumental number 100, and that's when people decide not to show.
I know, right?
What's up with them? We're too busy celebrating yesterday before you actually finished the episode.
That's what she said.
It's a pre-celebration.
We've got Impressionist Marcus Rodriguez. He's out of New York. It's going to be really funny because he's shared a lot of the voices he can do with us, and I'm actually going to do a little game he doesn't know about. So that's going to be interesting to lay that on him. Hey, what's going on, Randy King? Hey, Rachel.
Hello, Rachel. Hello, RK.
Rachel is getting over strep and bronchitis, so hope you feel better soon.
That's known as the kissing disease. Oh, no, that's mono.
That's mono.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's mono is one.
I know, right?
You have to have somebody else to kiss
duo.
with. You got the duo, huh?
Yeah. Scientists are dumb.
Words are dumb. Words are dumb.
Yeah, like roads.
Roads.
That's a weird word.
Where we're going, there are no roads. So, hey, well, I'll bring that up in the sports part. But Sam Darnold had mono from making out with Le'Veon Bell. It's mere speculation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. So anyways, we're not going to have crazy news today because nobody's here to do it. We got, I guess we could talk about our first topic. Let's do that.
Best way to start
what
would be the first topic.
I know, not the third, right?
It makes sense to me.
I mean, maybe we could just go out of order today. Just switch it up.
Would they know?
It's the 100th episode. We gotta do it different, brother.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So KFC has joined this new chicken sandwich war, which is funny because they already had fucking chicken sandwiches, just nobody gave a shit. But their new one will have you a little surprised. Probably not, but I was surprised at how absurd it is. So in test markets, they are... I'm going to put this up on screen real quick. They are actually doing a sandwich with chicken in the middle and 2 glazed donuts as the bun. They also, if glazed donuts weren't enough, they're actually pouring more glaze on top of the sandwich.
It's disgusting.
It's really gross. This is only in a test market right now. I think there's Richmond and Norfolk, Virginia, and then Pittsburgh, of course.
Oh, of course.
Of course. The sandwich is going to be $5.49. The combo with a medium drink and potato wedges, like if the fucking
yeah, because you need the potato wedges.
Because you need that.
You got to have the wedges.
Absolutely. Will be $7.99.
Because 2 donuts as buns aren't enough carbs. Do they give you a cookie for dessert too?
I'm sure there's people out there like, you know what? This just wasn't enough for me. I think that we should have some dessert after this.
Yeah, you know what? Let's stop at another place. Just pick up a full pie.
Yeah, why not?
Well, you know, this donuts is buns thing, that goes back to a few different burgers that they've done in certain areas. There's a particular minor league baseball club that uses Krispy Kreme donuts. Yeah. If I can throw that name out there.
Sure.
That's who they're in association with this burger that they make. And they cut
That's
one
just
donut
ridiculous.
in half, though.
That's ridiculous, though.
Oh, it's strange.
I mean, why the fuck do we need donuts as buns? We have buns. I can understand. Okay, so like, I was a fan of the pretzel roll when that was a fad.
Yeah.
That was okay.
It's kind of coming back again.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad because, you know, like, not the hard pretzels, but the soft pretzels, I could see how they can make that into a bun. It's soft. It's bread-like. But donuts? I mean, donuts are almost a meal on their own because you go to any coffee shop in the morning and you say, hey, let me get a coffee and a fucking donut. Because this is like, what, 1,000 calories just right there?
It is a few hundred, yes. That's a part of it. There is because you know we're obviously watching our figures here on this program. The caloric,
yeah, caloric. Well, isn't it supposed to be 2,000?
The intake, right?
Yeah, the
so
intake
if you have a donut
day
in the morning and you're 300 or 400 calories with your coffee, or 500 calories, however many that is, there's your start. It's a donut. Yeah, it's your coffee. Well, you don't have 2 donuts with a chicken breast the size of your head jammed in between. Yeah, and that's well over 1,200 calories. I'm sure that's your only meal for the day.
Pretty much, unless you're planning on doing like a. Hold on 1 second. I think we're getting a caller.
We've got a caller.
Just give me a second. Maybe not.
No, they're just calling you.
Let's do this. Hello? Welcome to the Epic Radio Show.
Who is it?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, you got a caller.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes. I hear him.
Hey, I like to have a fucking donut.
Yeah? Who is this?
Yeah, my name is Bob in Lorraine.
Bob in Lorraine, okay.
Bob in Lorraine likes donuts. Tell us more, Bob.
Yeah. Well, I like glazed donuts. Too bad they don't have fry cakes, you know. You got fry cake with a chicken in the middle. Then you have fried chicken and fried cake, too. In Lorraine, Ohio.
Yeah.
Keeping it fried.
I mean, you know, they did have that thing. Wasn't it in KFC also? Where it was the waffles and the chicken?
Chicken and waffles is normal.
Chicken and waffles, yeah. But, you know, they made that into, like, what, a sandwich, right?
Well, chicken and waffles is popular in the South.
Well, it is.
Then you can put a whipped cream on top of that. And put a little bit of apple pie on top of that. And pour coffee on top of that.
Yeah.
4 or 5 tablespoons of sugar on top of that.
And a cherry.
Yeah. Speed donut, man.
Actually, I think the cherry would be too healthy for them.
talk about.
I'm just saying that's a suicide on a bun.
You talk about wanting to have something to give you some energy.
Yeah.
You'd be having energy all day long, all night long, all the next day, and all the next day, and you probably pass out from exhaustion. Exactly.
That crash would come hard.
Yes.
Much later, mind you.
Yeah. All right, but thank you so much for calling in, Bob.
Thanks, Bob from Lorraine.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for calling in.
Well, hey, you're welcome, man. I just want to let you know that I like the idea of having a chicken donut.
Okay, awesome.
I mean, that is new, you know, having chicken donuts for breakfast.
Absolutely.
You can have chicken donuts for lunch. You can have chicken donuts for supper.
Yep.
And everybody gets at least half a dozen donuts per day if they eat one of those.
I mean, why not? It's an American dream, right?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you, Bob.
Okay, Sharpton for president, right?
Oh, my God. All right, thanks. Bye.
Hey, later, and bye.
You know, I think he his wording on that is giving me an idea.
What's that?
So you take your chicken and you puree it down.
Yeah.
In a blender, and you inject that right into a donut instead of jelly.
Well, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
that way.
Yeah.
So it's a chicken donut.
And you know what?
Donut.
Fuck you, Allison.
Why does Allison need to be fucked?
Said my boyfriend was wondering where Ashley was. Said no wonder the show sounded bland without her. You know, fuck you guys.
I mean, if she yells loud enough, you can probably hear her.
Let's talk a little bit about that. So Ashley, she's been having these dizzy spells, and so she's on a little medication right now. And we were supposed to have a third guest. That's why you see the chair. And he kind of like ditched on me last minute. So it is what it is. It's just me and Mark today.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That it's me who's the other guy.
Yeah.
Allison.
Yeah.
Allison.
Let's see. Randy King said nothing like sugar on grease. That's correct.
Delish.
Howling Demon Rain. You're welcome. That's my pleasure, love. Let's see. I don't know.
Wonder what that's a reference to.
Oh, let's see. Love y'all. Okay. Thank you for watching Halloween. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. Randy also said had those for years in Nashville at Moe's Burgers.
Okay. All right. Knew it was a slightly southern thing. It was the burgers with donuts as the buns there. Then and this isn't new territory entirely for KFC.
You're fine, Allison. I was also joking. I didn't take that.
Yeah, Allison, we're joking with you.
Why do you sound so mean?
That is how I sound. It's my voice.
It's not.
Isn't it?
No.
Sorry, Allison.
See, you. Why?
That's what happens when I try to.
Stop being so aggressive.
That's what sincerity sounds like when it's me doing it.
And what you do is you put the pudding with the pop with the pudding.
My sincerity sounds like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry, Allison. There we go. Hey, I
there
finally got it right.
Yeah, there
we go.
You're screaming at our viewers, though. You know?
I'm just impassioned.
No, you're screaming.
Sorry. Hey, so KFC also had that one where it was 2 pieces of chicken as the buns and a bunch of like bacon or something in the middle.
Was that true?
Yeah, that was the double down. So now they just put the chicken in the middle of 2 donuts.
I mean, I remember when they at Taco Bell they did the chalupa made out of chicken.
You're right.
That was actually pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie.
And then the next thing KFC is gonna do is this huge stacker thing where you've got chicken and then a donut and then another piece of chicken and 2 more donuts, and then it's a whole big mess and smash.
I think they're gonna have chicken as the buns and then chicken in the middle.
That'd be a triple down.
Yeah.
Or a quadruple bypass.
Yeah.
Might as well just call it that.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna have Marcus on the show. We're gonna go on break real quick. Let me get him on the line, and we will see you right after these messages. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. Nice. Fun times. Yep.
You gotta love those.
Absolutely.
It's all good. We'll have some fun.
I thought you said you had a Puerto Rican accent, like a heavy accent.
A Puerto Rican accent, yeah. I can answer that in the middle if you want me to. Oh, no, I'm complete white boy now. I've been in Cleveland too long. Yeah, I can switch real easy. Street to hood ass niggas like that. You know what I mean? I'm a chameleon. All right, I'm just gonna follow your lead and. All right, sounds good. All right. How about them apples? Pleasure to meet you, Mark. Nice to see you. I see you guys on my fiance's phone. Yeah, right.
I speak in a Spanish accent, so my impressions pop more. By the way,
it's a joke. I'm joking.
No, I know.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's why
I don't have but it's really easy to switch on the people and switch on people and tell them, I don't think about it good. I know the triggers. Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, but then you do what I did, and I went to Arizona, and I was like, let me have a cheeseburger and a french fry with a backseat. And the guy was like, ¿cómo tú quieres eso? ¿Tú quieres? I'm like, oh shit, I don't know Spanish. It totally backfired on me. You might as well call Cleveland. Cleveland's like little Puerto Rico. Like little Italy. Like you got a little Italy, you got little Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Same thing. Crackling. All right, cool.
There we go. Here we go. Okay, guys. So I'd like to introduce you guys to Marcus Rodriguez. He's a comedian and impressionist. Hey, what's going on, Marcus?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing this morning?
On the radio. It's nice to be here. I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Oh, yeah?
How you guys doing this morning?
Oh, we're doing good, man. So you were actually born in the Bronx, right?
Yep, in the dead of the Bronx when rap was born.
In 1976. Yep.
1976, man. I grew up through the end of the hippies and the the start of the millennium. It started off back in the 80s. When music was different than it is now.
Better, I would say. I mean, but I think everybody thinks that about their era, though. I'm sure when these millennials get older, they're gonna be like, oh man, Fucking
nobody writes music like Taylor Swift anymore.
Yeah, right.
Remember these new guys coming up? They're no Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like oh man, like Drake had the music of the millennium, man. Like he really wrote songs that spoke to me.
Bruno Mars was a poet laureate of our times.
My son's a millennial.
Oh yeah.
He wants to be a rap star. His rap name is going to be Spaghetti.
Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
There's a hidden message in there. Spick Eddie.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny. That's hilarious.
I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm allowed to tell that joke.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Young Eduardo.
I mean, I'm going to say something, and I don't care if it's mildly racist, but I always thought a good name for like a Puerto Rican rapper would be Spick and Span.
Right.
It could be a duo.
Exactly. That would be a great rap duo. Yes.
That's one of my jokes is that if Paper Towels was next to Spick and Span, I'd be a little suspicious.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Right? Spick is insuspicious. If you look up, there's a lot of words that have Spick in them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Despicable.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not a good one.
That's not a good one.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. Suspicious. That's
another bad one too, right?
Yeah.
So you were married at 20. You have 2 kids. One that you were just talking about, Spaghetti.
Yep. And my 21-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Do you have any grandkids?
Oh hell no.
No.
Hell no.
That's good, man. That's good.
Oh no, my kids are millennials. They're done having kids. They don't have kids in this era.
I know, isn't that weird? Like I really think that like Teen Mom and shit really scared the shit out of kids, man.
It should have.
And we don't have any wars, so there's no other way to kill populations besides getting these kids to just look at cell phones and computers all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is brilliant.
Absolutely.
I like the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
So you were
world, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I was gonna say you're also a coach, right? You coached kids for 8 years. What did you coach them in?
I coached them in in what do you call it? That movie with Adam Sandler where he played football. He said, "Don't." Well, Lawrence Sandler came out. He's like, "Don't smoke crack." You remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm off rancing up. No, but I coached when my kids were little. I had them in sports. I was in Middleburg Heights rec center there, and I watched these guys coaching my kids. So I'm like, dude, I could do better than these dudes up there. They're just, they're not teaching anything.
Yeah.
So I'm a big sports guy. So the following sports that came up, I went for 8 years strong, doing 3 sports a year, back to back. I would do baseball and softball. I would either head coach the baseball team and assistant coach for my daughter's team, and then basketball and volleyball to football, every sport there was. It was my passion. I loved it. Mm-hmm. But then your kids become teenagers and then they grow out of it.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the? I mean, do you think you learned something out of that? What do you think you got out of it?
Oh, so much leadership. Just molding children. If one of those kids becomes a success, I did my job.
Yeah.
But the most rewarding part of it all was the kid that couldn't throw a ball, or couldn't shoot a basket, makes a basket, or hits the ball, or what I mean. The whole team erupts, and that feeling of electricity is just something you can't explain.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Anthony Mayo? Thanks for joining us.
What's up, Mayo? That's my boy right there.
Yeah, he's been on the show before too.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he is.
Great comic.
He said Coach Rodriguez. LOL.
Right.
Yeah,
that's my boy. He's helped me along a lot through stand up. He's taught me a lot, and he's great. He's a great comic. Really funny. He's up at the Funny Stop all the time too. So he's around everywhere. He's blowing up.
Yeah, he is. Well, that's because he jumps on so many shows, man. He makes sure that he's always like in your face, that you always see him, and that's a good thing being a comic, because people.
And he's a full-time nurse.
Oh wow! He never even brought that shit up on the show.
Yeah.
Anyways, he'll bring that up. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm sure I'll have him back on the show eventually. Let's focus on you.
Just his plug. Throwing a plug out there.
Throwing a little pluggy plug.
You got to have some mayo on your sandwich.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine, man. So you said in your bio that you do stand up for mental therapy. Like, how did you get into it? Like, why is it mental therapy?
Well, for me, my life is just my life is a movie. Go right in them boobies. That's my life is crazy. My life is going from New York. It's like a whole different life from what I'm living here in Cleveland. When I came to Cleveland, the tribe was hot, and the city was on fire. But I loved it because I came from New York City in the Bronx, where it was complete hell. So Cleveland changed my life, then it changed me, and I've always been crazy since I was a little boy. And as I got older, people told me, you sound just like Arnold, or you sound just like this person, or I hear it on TV. They call me the Puerto Rican parrot.
I like that name.
I can mimic anything. Mostly anything. If I get to practice, I can mimic it.
Yeah.
So I finally last year or the year before, I've been doing it for about a year or two, sporadically. But yeah, I've always been crazy silly, but finally get up there, my drive is my mother. I'm doing this so I can spoil my mother. If I ever make it, I'm going to spoil the shit out of my mom. So that's my drive.
Okay.
Yep.
Your kid's mother also, you're divorced, after what, 22 years or 16 years? I'm sorry.
16 years. Yeah.
Yes.
Divorced for 7 now.
Yeah, and you just got engaged this year.
Yep. That's when my balls dropped on New Year's.
Yeah. So your wedding is going to be next year, August 8th.
8/8/2020. It's 2 infinity signs and perfect vision 2020.
That's pretty sweet. Actually, it's funny because me and my wife's anniversary is 8/7.
No kidding! Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah. I mean, not really.
It's kind of just a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence, yeah. But
it's your own home.
But honestly, she just she likes the number 7, so that's why we did it on the 7th. That's really there's nothing really deeper than that.
7.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a Friday.
Yep. Is that her favorite movie too?
What's that?
Is that her favorite movie too?
No, it's not. It's not her favorite movie.
Oh. It makes sense.
How long have you been doing comedy?
About I would say this year was the most I've been on stage. I've been on stage this year maybe I'd say about 20, 30 times on stage every Wednesday up at Funny Stop for the quick plug for them.
Okay. Yeah, Funny Stop is a great place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I tried doing the jumping around to other clubs, and it's just too much with a full-time job, being on call every 3 weeks. It's hard, it's tough. So
I get that. I'm actually on call right now, so yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on call. I'm on call right now. So, But yeah, 24/7 at any time of the night, anytime I got to get up and go. So. All right. Yeah, been doing comedy. The first year I did comedy, I skydived prior to doing it.
Yeah.
So I skydived, and then when I went up on stage, I was amped up about the skydiving. That was my whole skit. Was a whole 5 minutes. I had about 7 Long Islands by the time I got up there. So I was lit, and it was like the best show I ever had. And then after the show after that, I completely fell on my face and bombed.
So you just got to skydive before every show. That's the lesson. Yeah.
Just land right on the stage.
Absolutely. Yes. All right. So I actually, once you told me you were an impressionist, I came up with 6 scenarios for you to use, because in your bio, You told me that you can do Arnold Schwarzenegger, Cleveland from Family Guy, Charles Barkley, Christopher Walken, Mickey Mouse, and Tracy Morgan, which is going to be great.
Yeah.
So I came up with 6 scenarios that these people would be in that might not be a normal situation for them. And I'm going to see how well you do. So the first one is Arnold Schwarzenegger ordering fast food.
Right. Are we going to start it? Welcome to Burger King. How can I help you? Let me have a cigar. We don't have cigars. I'm going to McDonald's. Thank you for stopping at McDonald's. Let me have a cigar. We don't have cigars here. Let me get the Whopper. This is McDonald's. Arnold, I could do all day long. That's just what I do. He's the easiest one for me.
Yeah. Second one, Tracy Morgan teaching a yoga class.
Tracy Morgan is kind of like Christopher Walken, but it's more. Tracy Morgan is more of gotta get the lips in there, get a little bit more ghetto with it, with the tongue and the peanut butter, All right, ladies, everybody turn around. We're gonna do something different in this yoga class up in here. Everybody get down in downward dog. I'm gonna get my phone out for Facebook purposes. Everybody start twerking. There's a lot of pretty ladies up in here. Somebody gonna get pregnant.
Hey, can I feed you a line for the Tracy Morgan thing?
What's that?
Even after a week in Afghanistan, I didn't see this many camel toes.
Oh my God!
Even in Afghanistan, I didn't see. That's Tracy Morgan switching to Christopher. It's really easy to go
I see the similarity in it.
From Arnold. Arnold is more growling, than Christopher Walken is more of a smooth. You gotta have to whisper to it. It goes straight into New York, and then Tracy Morgan just kind of flows together. So it's hard for me to switch from that one to that one, but I'm getting it.
Cleveland from Family Guy. Family Guy picking up a hooker.
Cleveland Brown, Cleveland. He's like, "Hello, ladies. How you doing tonight? Like, how you doing, baby?" So shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You could barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. There's shrimp kebabs, shrimp Creole, shrimp gumbo, pan fry, deep fry, stir fry. There's a lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, but it's shrimp sandwich. But I'm just get some pussy.
Christopher Walken on Shark Tank.
Christopher Walken, I have multiple things to sell. We've got watches that can fit up your ass comfortably. It comes with a bottle of lube for comfortability. Presentation is pretty simple.
And how much do you think this idea is worth?
Another idea I've got is you've heard of the cowbell. I've got the bull bell. Why do the female cows get all the publicity?
That's great.
Christopher Walken saying lube.
Yeah,
that's
that was
the
great.
highlight right there. Lube.
Lube. I had to whisper to it. Lube. I got a joke for Christopher Walken, like if he was a swim instructor.
Yeah.
He would say, it only takes a minute and a half to drown. Let's put that to the test. Go for a swim. People eat that shit up, man. I love it.
That's a good
one. Mickey Mouse at the gym. I feel like he would be super aggressive.
Oh, you're a bunch of bitches up in here. My balls haven't dropped yet, but I'm bigger than all you fuckers. Mickey Mouse is hard to make funny, so that's a good scenario. I like that one.
Yeah.
Like, he strikes me as the kind of guy who would be pissed that other people aren't cleaning the machines.
Right?
Like, he doesn't clean them himself either.
Yeah.
They sweat all over
Clean
this
that
thing.
shit. Clean it, bitch.
All right, last one. Charles Barkley watching Game of Thrones.
Charles Barkley, you know what? Charles Barkley, all these people up in here are just a bunch of knuckleheads, you know. Everybody's up in here afraid to argue and whatnot. But white people can't say they ain't freaky. The brothers and sisters and incesting is just terrible. but them dragons is amazing. You gotta stop laughing.
Sorry.
But them dragons is amazing. Them dragons is a bunch of knucklehead dragons flying around, zombie dragons, and no blacks or Puerto Ricans. Come on, man.
That was great, man. Oh man, that was awesome.
White people.
Ain't no color up in here whatsoever. Not one Puerto Rican.
I didn't know.
You could at least throw a Dominican in there somewhere.
Yeah, something. You know, shit.
One Spanish guy.
Yeah.
A Spanish guy, you know, you could have a Spanish guy in the Game of Thrones. How you doing? You know, I could wash your dragons. You know, you need a bath sometimes. You know, I can wash it back.
Oh,
Me and my
God.
friends, you know, we get on top. You know, we take it apart, put it back together.
Instead of a car wash, there's a dragon wash.
Yeah, that would be great.
We can set it all up, man, you know, because he got the fire in his throat, you know. You can't put it inside the water. You got to wash it from the outside.
That's great. So you're at Funny Stop every Wednesday, 8 to 6. Actually, 8 p.m., 6-hour
8 p.m.,
cover.
8 p.m.
Yes.
Yep.
8 to 6.
Every single
That
Wednesday. I try to be
to
there
overnight.
every single Wednesday.
Yeah. How can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook pretty much. I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm going to get better at it. But
Yeah.
right now, you can find me on Facebook, plain and simple, Marcus Rodriguez.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. If you guys want to find him, go ahead and add him on Facebook and see him at the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
No problem. We're about to take a break. When we get back, we're going to have possibly some crazy news. Ashley texted me, so we'll see if we can get her down here to do crazy news real quick. And then we'll talk about a man who undergoes surgery to alleviate erection that lasted more than 36 hours. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
That was awesome.
Perfect.
I do want to do our little plugs. I haven't done that all day. Yeah. Follow us on the social medias: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can actually watch this video live right now on our website, theepicradioshow.com. There is we have Cash App, so if you want to make a donation of $1 or more, go to Cash App, put in $, the Epic Radio Show. Let's see what else. Excuse me. You can also buy our merch. That's on the website.
That's funny.
Merch. What?
Right
there. The word merch is
funny. We have all kinds of stuff on there. We have shirts, we have hoodies, we have hats, sandals, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, you might not want to pick up sandals now, unless you are that guy.
Yeah.
It's December and you're wearing sandals.
Hey, Tink. It was a great interview, Rachel.
It was.
It was really funny.
I know, I listened to it.
Yeah.
I was commenting.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I didn't see you, really.
Well, fuck you.
No, seriously. All I saw was That's Bananas.
Really? I said other stuff.
I didn't see anything else.
Fuck ever.
I said, hey.
Yeah, I said more than that, though, too. I said stuff during the interview.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Fuck this face. Fuck Facebook. Fuck you, Facebook. How dare you? They're like,
so that's why. Me. So maybe I wasn't ignoring you last week. Maybe some of that stuff wasn't coming through.
I still think you're just probably ignoring me though.
Possibly.
Modern technology.
It's possible. It's still possible. I'm trying to read all the.
All right.
See if I missed any comments. Some of the ones you were reading, I didn't even. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't see any of those. Oh, was I not loud enough?
You wasn't.
I wasn't. You wasn't, girl. You wasn't. You said you wasn't, girl.
So was the show not bland anymore, Allison?
I told her. Did you probably didn't see my comment to hers.
I didn't.
I said I make it spicy,
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Because I'm always just cursing and saying stupid shit. Just make it.
Man, that's weird.
Spicy.
I didn't see any of that. Maybe there's a bunch of stuff I'm not seeing.
Just a little spicy. Just a little bit.
Was it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Was it on the...
maybe it didn't even go through because Facebook's been acting weird.
You know what I'm thinking about?
No.
So, you know how I...
Why don't you tell us, we'll know.
Yeah, he's going to tell us.
What I'm thinking is maybe when I share it to the page... Are you doing it on the Epic Radio Show page?
I clicked on the notification. When I get through my notifications, I just click on that. I don't know.
Anyways.
Phones.
Anyways. It's time for crazy news.
Exactly. Phones. Stupid phones.
Time for fucking crazy news, y'all. You ready?
Sure. Hang down here.
Okay.
Yeah, Allison said yep, and then she put like a pepper.
That's
spicy.
Hilarious.
It's a little spicy. I'm like a little tiny pepper. I'm like a baby pepper.
Yeah.
So, Pennsylvania man dropped explosive on ex-girlfriend's property from a drone. Yay.
Yay.
This sounds exciting. Woohoo. Okay. A man arrested in June for allegedly dropping explosive devices in an eastern Pennsylvania community via a drone was targeting his ex-girlfriend's home. Dun, dun, dun.
You have sound effects.
I do, but they're not on right now. I'd have to do all this click a button, swipe up. I can find it. Okay.
Oh no, not swipe up.
There's like so many things I have to do to get
more
there.
technology.
Exactly. I can't handle this right now. Okay, so Jason Musicato 44. You're not. I know you can't see it, so you're not sure either. Was taken into custody in Washington Township in Northampton County by the FBI and local authorities after he was linked to the explosions. Evidence at his home and his business. his business name is funny. Banger Motor Works. I forgot about that. Tied him to several explosions in the township since March. Dang. Several explosions since March. Okay.
That's the guy right there?
Is it the guy? Babe, I don't know what you're showing over there. I don't know what he's doing.
He's too busy playing on his phone.
Okay. While his motive was initially unclear, prosecutors now say he allegedly used a drone to drop explosive devices onto his ex-girlfriend's property. He hasn't been charged with detonating any explosives, but currently faces charges of knowingly operating an aircraft, the drone, without registration. Great. Neighbor Charles, this one's a really weird last name, I can't say. Carson, maybe, whose surveillance cameras caught at least one of his explosions, told the news outlet he thinks the explosive devices were filled with other dangerous materials.
Wow.
Dang, like what?
Like what?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Feces?
Like anthrax?
Yeah.
Anthrax or feces. Those are the two we go to. Okay.
Yeah.
Feces with anthrax sprinkled on
Feces
it.
with anthrax. Own it. Oh, God.
Delicious.
One day I was in the driveway doing something. Like, this is so, like, I was doing something. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, though. All of a sudden, I heard them. It rained nails. So you guys were wrong. It rained nails on
nails.
her bitch ass house. They came out of the sky. They dropped down from the sky. Nobody was around. Nobody went by and threw them. They just dropped from the sky. Cool. Just an explosion of nails in the fucking air. Great. The neighbor suspected it was Jason. He claims he confronted him and asked him to stop, but the explosions got worse. Let's see. He was indicted on by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania in June for possession of homemade bombs and firearms. He wasn't allowed to have firearms because of the protection from abuse order filed against him by reasons of stalking and threatening an intimate partner. So, he's also a stalker. Great. There's just more.
Absolutely.
And it just makes it better that he's a fucking stalker and he's, that's just great.
He sounds like he's a congressman.
Yeah, it sounds pretty great, doesn't it? It sounds like a good time. Maybe this is just like his undercover name. Maybe they're just giving a false name.
Did you say Western or Eastern Pennsylvania?
Where was it? I think Eastern.
Oh.
Yeah. So, let's see. What else does it say here? Protection from abuse orders are meant to protect individuals before the situation escalates. For good reasons, federal law prohibits subjects of PFA orders from possessing firearms, obviously. Here, the defendant's alleged behavior violated the law and threatened public safety. Investigators found 7 improvised explosive devices and 9 firearms, including multiple AR-15 rifles and semi-automatic pistols. His attorney is reportedly looking into a plea agreement. It's like, well, this guy was kind of dumb, so can we just figure something out here? So that's that. This guy was just making it rain nails on all the bitch asses.
Yeah, make it rain.
Make it rain nails. Nothing to, not anthrax, not feces.
Oh.
But,
it makes me sad.
Yeah, epic. Feces.
You said anthrax. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, at least that's heinous, not anus.
I get what you did there, but I wouldn't want to be covered in either in any of these things. Feces or anthrax or nails.
Anthrax will kill you.
Yeah. Feces would just make me feel really gross.
Smell and
make me really uncomfortable.
I don't know what the rest of your day like that.
And nails just would probably hurt.
That would hurt.
If any of them actually really hit, But whatever. Next story. Okay. Because he's just like, okay, we've talked enough about the explosions and the drones. Let's move on. Over 2,000 fetal remains found at ex-abortion doctor's home. That's what I say too. More than 2,000 medically preserved fetal remains have been found at the Illinois home of a former Indiana abortion clinic doctor who died last week.
Nice.
Oh, great.
So he died.
Yeah, he died.
And then they found the fetuses.
They found it. Yeah. The Will County Sheriff's Office said in a news release late Friday that an attorney for Dr. Ulrich Kloffer's family contacted the coroner's office Thursday about possible fetal remains being found at the home in an incorporated part of Will County in northeastern Illinois. The sheriff's office said, I'm not talking loud enough. The sheriff's office said authorities found 2,246 preserved fetal remains, but there's no evidence from medical procedures were performed at the home. So that's good.
So he aborted these fetuses.
And apparently he kept them.
And he kept them.
Yeah.
And he had them in jars?
That's kind of, it just says they were really well preserved. Because it's like.
So he pickled them?
Maybe. I'm trying to see if it
Pickled
says
fetuses.
more.
Is it mason jars?
Oh no, I'm trying to see if it specifies any more details, like how they were preserved or.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me see.
Me and you, we had grandmothers who would make jellies or pickle some fruits and things like that, or cucumbers. But this guy.
Let's see. He died September 3rd. Longtime doctor in an abortion clinic. It closed after the state revoked the clinic's license in 2015.
That makes sense.
Recent.
The Indiana State Department of Health had previously issued complaints against the clinic, accusing it of lacking a registry of patients, policies regarding medical abortion, and a governing body to determine policies. So the state agency also accused the clinic of failing to document that patients get state mandated education at least 18 hours before an abortion. He was believed to be Indiana's most prolific abortion doctor, with thousands of procedures performed in multiple Indiana counties over several decades.
Nice.
So he did a lot of abortions, and it feels like he kept all of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
He just went down to his basement. It's like, oh, look at all these fetuses.
Oh, God. This is just terrible.
Like different colored jars and stuff.
Yeah.
When the sunlight hits it just right.
Oh,
This is my
makes a
jar of
rainbow.
hearts.
He was no longer practicing at by the time he died, obviously.
Yeah.
But he told the panel he had never lost a patient in 43 years of doing abortions, and that he hoped to eventually reopen his clinics.
Mm-hmm. And he was going to... And when he opened his clinics, he's going to have shelves made to show all the fetuses. Like, look, these were all removed safely.
Oh, my God.
I do good work. Here's the proof.
I hate you so much right now. So...
Rainbow babies.
Rainbow babies. Allison!
Absolutely.
This is terrible. Why are you like giving...
Thanks, Allison.
God.
They're giving us fuel.
Right,
That's what we do.
Stop it. He was accused of waiting months to report an abortion he provided to a 13-year-old girl in South Bend. The charges later dropped after he completed a pretrial diversion program. It's a diversion. I'm still trying to figure out if there's more information on how he preserved them, or if it was just in the jars like you guys are speculating here.
It's fine.
I don't think they're going to get into those types of details. Because that's kind of uncomfortable.
Maybe he was trying to build up an army.
Of what?
Army of fetuses?
That's right.
Ryan Hufford said, at least he's been working.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I
I have nothing... I have no
what would be really funny?
Yeah.
If Marcus Rodriguez talked about fetuses in Arnold's voice.
All these fetuses.
The fetuses, get them to the chopper.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Is there enough room in the chopper for 2,000 some baby fetuses?
This is terrible.
You almost sounded like fucking, this is like, Hitler. That's what
Hitler?
like Hitler, yeah.
That's who I was going for. Hitler.
They're both Austrian. There's
I was
a
going
lot
for
of
fucking,
similarities.
Hey, close enough. Not really. Like,
Like I've said, I'm a terrible impersonator. They sound nothing like the guy.
Yeah.
That makes it funnier.
That's why I'm no Marcus Rodriguez.
That's why this is not what I do for a living.
All right, next story.
Okay. So this one like lightens the mood a little bit. Florida couple attempted to have sex in a cop car. So a Florida couple arrested for DUI has aroused attention for what they allegedly did while in a police car waiting to go to jail. Now I read this obviously, so this has like quite a bit of stuff to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to like shorten it, but we'll see. On Friday night, County Sheriff Deputy Mark Hunter pulled over two bicyclists who were riding around with their lights on and had almost been hit by a vehicle. The officer said both suspects, later identified as 35-year-old Megan Mondanaro, that's a last name, and 31-year-old Aaron Thomas. His name is Aaron Thomas and her name is Megan Mondanaro. Okay.
Doesn't look like it fits.
No.
Smelled of alcohol and had bloodshot, watery eyes and slurred speech.
And apparently was attacked by mosquitoes.
No, we'll get to that later.
One of them is a face of meth that's much further along than the other.
We will get to that later. We will get to that later.
I feel like we will.
That's right, Ryan. Just do it. New contract.
No,
that would be the police department. That's their new
this is terrible.
policy.
I'm laughing at it, but this is terrible. So Hunter said that after Thomas failed some field sobriety tests and declined to do others, he was arrested. Megan was also taken into custody after she declined to take the tests. So they both were like, fuck that, or they just failed them. And then although both of them were handcuffed in the back of Hunter's police car, they apparently didn't let that minor detail stop them from appreciating the romance of the moment. This must have been their first arrest together, so they were like, "Oh, we gotta
celebrate the moment,
together,
like our 100th episode."
I don't have the sound effects on, but woo! Okay, so according to the police report, Hunter was outside of the car when both Thomas and Megan took their clothes off and started to have sex.
Nice.
The officer said that when he opened up the door to stop, what?
Yeah, they were handcuffed, right?
Yeah,
and why are they in the same police car?
I don't know why they're. That was my question. Why are they in the same police car? Like, but whatever.
I've had women handcuffed before. They're usually not able to take off their own clothes. You've had women handcuffed before? I had a real kinky ex-girlfriend. I tell you what.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Never did it in the back of a police car.
No.
Let's see. So Rachel said, "What is up with her face? That's crazy. Say no to drugs and sex." So.
No, it looks like her face has herpes.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to that though.
Okay.
So I'm getting to that. If I can ever, like I said, there's a lot. There's like pieces to it.
I'm sorry. I'm doing what Mark did.
Yeah,
to me,
exactly.
Like the last
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, why are you doing it to me then?
I'm sorry.
Why am I the victim here?
I'm sorry.
This is fucked up.
I apologize.
So yeah, you should apologize.
It's the first time.
Keep apologizing.
And last time you'll ever hear that.
Keep saying it. Keep saying sorry. So the officer said that when he opened the door to stop them, Thomas was naked and Megan had her pants down where her vaginal area was visible. I also observed her bra was halfway off and her breasts were fully visible.
Nice.
After Hunter removed the naked Thomas from the car, he worked fast. Like, he got naked within with a quickness.
It's like they were planning for that.
It's like, hey, let's have sex in this cop car. Let's do stupid shit and get arrested. We can have sex in a cop car for the first time ever.
Hey, wasn't there a fucking
what?
There was a country song, wasn't it? Fell in Love in the back of a cop car.
Oh yeah, Sam Hunt.
Yep.
I actually I didn't listen to that song, so I don't know what the lyrics entail. I don't know what the lyrics entail, but
I don't think they were talking about having sex.
I don't think they were about having sex though. I mean unless they did. I don't know.
But it probably was inspired by these two. Okay. Anyways.
So after Hunter removed the naked Thomas from the car, he knocked the deputy to the ground and ran away before being arrested at a Cold Stone Creamery. According to
naked?
Yes.
Where he's nude.
Where he's nude. He has not gotten dressed. He is still naked.
That's so funny.
And the kids are wanting me. Meanwhile, Megan allegedly became violent and started kicking at another deputy. She was forced to the ground and suffered abrasions on her face. That is why her face looks so fucked up. Because she got she was forced to the ground and she got her face rubbed against the ground.
Gotcha.
She has been charged with the DUI, exposing sex organs, committing unnatural acts.
Exposing sex organs.
Organs.
I love how
and resisting without violence.
The names for some of these laws that you break. You know what I mean? Like they can't just
I didn't know that was one on the books.
I didn't either.
Flashing the old puss.
Oh, Jesus.
Guess it's also known as exposure of sex organs.
Yes.
Let's see. Ryan said they knew they would never make it to the Mile High Club.
Yeah. Nude's gone wild.
Yeah, Thomas was charged with a threat against a public official, committing unnatural and lascivious. Lascivious, is that how you say it?
He's a grower, not a shower.
Exposing also sex organs. That's like your favorite part. And DUI, of course.
Yes.
Megan remains behind bars in lieu of $12,508 bond. Thomas is being held without bail because he fucking flashed everybody at the Cold Stone Creamery. So you don't get bail. You were nude in front of all these innocent Cold Stone Creamery people. And they just wanted to enjoy some fucking ice cream, and you went there and run your naked ass and ruin their day. So
he was just trying to calm down, if you know what I'm saying.
Calm down.
The cold, you know?
Just stick his dick in some soft serve.
Both Thomas and Megan have lengthy rap sheets. Here comes the truck.
Yeah.
Lengthy rap sheets. Megan recently served 60 days in jail for a parole violation, and Thomas served 46 days behind bars for assaulting a law enforcement officer. Is our child here? Is our child?
That was me moving the thing.
Is there a child? No.
I didn't see one.
Okay, because I thought I heard doot 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 doot.
Hello.
So yeah, that is crazy news. These two were just meant to try to have sex in a cop car. Maybe this was their first maybe this was their 1 year anniversary.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know their lives. We can't. I mean, I can judge them all day, but We don't know their lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was crazy news, everybody.
Yay!
Woo!
Thank you.
Yay!
Will never join the Mile High Club.
If you guys want to send her any stories to have on Crazy News, all you can do is all you have to do is just email us.
Do it.
crazynews@theepicradioshow.com, and if it's good enough, we'll put it on the air.
If it's good enough. If you don't give us
not, then
crazy enough, we won't talk about it because it's
Yeah.
not crazy enough. Just saying. If it's not crazy enough, it's not crazy enough.
Exactly. Sometimes
That's
they're
it.
not.
So,
Sometimes it's like, that's like my daily life, though. You know what I'm saying?
it's like this is like my daily life. I deal with this shit.
My daily life, yo.
We try to have sex in cop cars every day, B.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yep.
Suffer abrasions.
Yeah.
On my face.
Well, thanks for joining us, Ashley.
Yeah. I was gonna try and stay a little longer. Cause,
the kids aren't
already
gonna
like,
let you.
Mommy.
Yeah. Yes.
Mommy, as if they don't know where I am, and I've just
the lights were just
disappeared.
right. That's right, Ryan.
Am I still on the camera?
Yeah, but I can.
Yeah, because I don't want to just be like boom, then just run
that's
away
fine. Let me
on camera.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna run away, y'all. Sorry, gotta go.
I'll put the camera on me.
If I can come back, I will, but I can't guarantee that.
All right.
Just bring the kids with you.
So actually, what I'll do?
Bring the kids with me. That would be
funny.
rough. It'd probably be funny, but probably be rough too.
I agree.
Rough.
I think rough up in here in this box.
Right.
I'll just have them sit next to you guys.
Yeah. That was Ashley, everyone.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you, Ryan, for putting that. Actually, that's not right, though. It's actually more like Crazy News at theepicradioshow.com. There we go. Yep. If you want to email, there you go. Okay. So our next topic. Man was forced to have penis surgery after an incredibly painful 36-hour erection. 41-year-old man was left with a painful erection for 36 hours after he stopped taking painkillers. Elliot Rossiter, from Bristol, was in such extreme pain that he needed to have surgery to sort the problem out. It all began back in 2016. It was October. The leaves were starting to fall. No, I'm joking. When Elliot took a trip over to France to visit an old school friend, Jenny.
Ah.
Yes. While
the plot thickens.
Yes. While staying over in Nice with his friend, Elliot was also recovering from an addiction to painkillers. He'd been taking morphine sulfate, oxycodone, and codeine for around 4 years after a skiing accident. However, during his stay in France, he claims he just got an erection, which then wouldn't subside. We all just sat around and it just came on. I tried to get rid of it, but I couldn't, Rossiter said. I just got an erection. It wasn't sexual in any way. And I wasn't feeling aroused, even though he was visiting Jenny.
Jenny must not be very attractive.
He said he never had a problem like this before. Maybe it was just because he was surrounded by so much female energy, which sounds really creepy. I had to tell Jenny, but it was really embarrassing. It was much bigger than a normal erection. I'm sure that's what all the guys say, right? I had only been there for about 90 minutes and it just appeared. I tried to relieve myself in the usual way, but couldn't get rid of it. That continued for 19 hours. Eventually, he had to go to the doctors. The GP in France gave him 2 injections aimed at getting his erection to go away, but it soon became clear that he needed hospital treatment. Professionals at the hospital pastor diagnosed him with I have no clue what that is. Priapism? Priapism? Is that right?
Whoa,
which can sometimes occur when men take medicines. If left untreated, it can be incredibly dangerous as no oxygen gets to the penis, meaning it could destroy or damage the tissue. Yeah. So basically his penis was going to die, is what they were saying. Yes. I mean, I hate when my 36-hour erection won't go away.
And the thing is at one point in there he did jerk it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it came to fruition, but he said it didn't work the way it normally does. The hell? So like it's just endless.
And he said, and this is the thing. He said 18 hours. It was 18 hours before he actually went to. So like, how many times did he fucking try to alleviate the problem?
I would have like 36 times by then, roughly. At least.
God, no wonder it was painful.
The fact that you have to have a surgery to alleviate that, because my first thought was just like, oh, yeah, just crank 1 or 2 out, you'll be good. Erection gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Apparently he was dying of some weird thing where his penis was gonna die.
That's crazy.
Do you hold a funeral for it? You get it cremated?
I'm sure Ashley will enjoy that. No, we miss you when you're gone. That's very sweet. It was a great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Let's see.
Day and a half.
Was it Jenny from Forrest Gump? I'm not exactly sure, but I'm assuming not, because I think
no, that doesn't.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been in England or Europe.
50 Shades of start filming my porn career. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that just sounds like a really good porn star right there.
Yeah. I mean, 36 hours go. He could shoot like what?
36 movies.
36 movies. Yeah, 1 per hour.
I don't even think the movies are that long. Apparently his dick was that long, though.
I know.
Oh.
He said, it's a bigger erection than normal. I mean, I don't know if that's a problem, though, is it? Isn't that what you kind of hope for?
You get a real rager going on.
Yeah.
And it was raging for a day and a half. Too bad he wasn't from New Orleans. He'd be the raging Cajun.
Yeah, absolutely. And in France, it's kind of hard to imagine it being so aggressive in France.
Is it hard to imagine?
Yeah. It's hard to imagine it being so aggressive in France.
Aggressive in France.
Yeah. You just eat some crepes, you'll feel more feminine.
I mean, what kind of slacks he'd have to wear walking around.
Yeah. Pitching a tent for 36 hours straight.
Just like showing it off.
Like, oh, I'm not here to visit. We're here for camping.
But the weird way in the article is like, oh, I'm so ashamed of my boner. My 36-hour-long boner.
Well, I mean, he would be ashamed if she wasn't into it. But, like, I thought it was interesting, like, how he's visiting this random chick, right? Not random, but, like, he's visiting this chick.
Jenny.
Good old Jenny in France. And then this happens to come on. I mean, I think he was good to go. Maybe pop some Viagra before he went.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be more.
There has to be. Because
he's omitting something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it's some mix of oxycodone and a couple other pills, and it gives you a major boner. There's helium involved or some nonsense.
Well, I will say
steroids.
This, okay? As being a past addict myself, on not the morphine, but on the pills, I've never had that problem. I can't.
Are you calling it a problem?
I would say if your penis is dying, that's a problem from lack of oxygen. I don't understand.
The blood's rushing to the penis.
I don't get that either. I don't get how there's a lack of oxygen when all the blood is there. Because you would think that the blood would have oxygen in it, right?
Isn't that how science works?
Yeah, right? So how does that happen? Like, there's so much blood. It's like, I didn't know your penis breathed.
That's what that little hole's for.
It's like the gill. Yeah. It's a penis gill.
That's why you can stick it underwater for as long as you can.
Yeah. Penis gill.
When you're swimming or bathing. Not that they do that in France. That's a problem, right? Too. It's just this filthy, dirty French
they just
weenus.
Roll around in dirt. Like chinchillas. And that's how they clean.
They don't wear they don't wear deodorant, and they don't shave their armpits.
Yeah.
None of them.
Yeah. They just wear a lot of cologne.
Surprised you get fined his erect dick under that forest he probably has in his pants.
Well, he was from America, I believe.
Oh, he was an American?
Yeah.
No, screw him. Whatever. I don't care. We're talking about this guy's wiener being hard for 36 hours.
In other news, not that one. Sorry.
This is a sad story here.
It is. Teen was fatally stabbed as dozens watched. Some rolling video rather than helping, police say. A teenager near New York City was stabbed to death in an attack witnessed by dozens of onlookers. Some who rolled video of the slaying rather than help stop it. Cassine Morris, 16, and a friend were set upon by as many as half dozen people Monday in an after-school brawl in front of a pizzeria in a strip mall parking lot in Oceanside, a Long Island community about 30 miles east of Manhattan. Like, we need to know that, whatever.
Yeah.
They're really specific about that. Morris was stabbed in the chest, and a 17-year-old friend suffered a broken arm and swelling to his head, police said. Authorities announced an arrest in the fatal stabbing on Wednesday. Tyler Flatch, 18, was charged with murder in connection with the death of Morris. He will be arraigned Thursday. The death was witnessed by dozens of onlookers, some who recorded the slaying, which I don't know why this is the one thing about these articles.
Yes.
They repeat themselves.
It happens a lot.
Quite a bit.
Because they don't have very, very much more substance to it, so they have to
so they have to keep repeating that people.
So I was at a pizza place, and they videoed it.
Yeah.
And then at the pizza place where they videoed it, it was videoed at the pizza place.
It seems to have stemmed from a dispute over a girl,
mm-hmm.
and the perception of who she might be dating or who she might be hanging out with. Investigators believe at least 60 teens had gathered around the parking lot to watch a confrontation.
That's fucking terrible.
And some took cell phone video that was posted on social media. Kids stood there, didn't help Cassine. They'd rather video his death instead of helping.
That's terrible. That's fucking sad. How old was this kid?
It was
16 or 15.
Oh my god, that's like if fucking I just imagine Skylar if something fucking. I'd be fucking finding all these motherfuckers and stabbing them in the face. I feel like I'm just saying. Like, all you motherfuckers recorded my fucking child fucking being murdered, basically? Attacked and murdered?
I mean, and they're actually looking for these people that videoed.
I'll find you.
Because, honestly, they're at that point, if you don't help, you're actually an accomplice.
Or an accessory or something?
Or accessory to murder, yeah.
It's like, you fucking
if you're there
it.
and you're standing there...
especially filming it.
Yeah.
You have there's some type of evidence out there that someone's fucking being attacked and you're just like, oh dang, they're being attacked. Like, what the fuck what? I'm not even a violent person, but if someone was being attacked, I would try to fucking do something. I wouldn't just pop my phone out like, oh, this is interesting. Because it's not interesting. That's fucking terrible. Why are people so...
It's really bad.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's like...
Especially if there was a lot of people, because you said there was how many watching?
At one 50. Point, upwards of almost 50. Yeah.
But get together and stop it. What do you mean? Why?
It's like the mob mentality, or the reason why people watch professional.
I'd be
wrestling.
hey, this is fucked up, don't you think? Shouldn't we fucking stop it?
Yeah.
Well, and this is the exciting kind of stuff that I bring to this program, but this isn't necessarily a new thing. Now it's new technology, sure, and of course, another reason why it's tragic is it happened during day.
Yeah, in the
time
daytime,
hours,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So, but you can look back on and I guess the best way to type it in for you viewers at home, because I don't remember the exact story, but there's a documentary about this, and it's the reason why. The 911 phone number has come into existence, and it happened in New York as well.
Yeah.
And this was in the middle of the night. It's 2 o'clock 2:30 in the morning, and a woman is just heading home. She's, going home, and she's attacked in an alleyway, and there's dozens of people who live in the apartments surrounding her.
Yeah,
in the
I think
New
I heard
York
about
area.
this.
Yep. And it's the reason why we now have the 911 system. New York didn't have that before that, and they developed it, or something like that. And there's all these people just shouting
in the
down
40s?
the 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
1940s, 1950s.
terrible.
And they're shouting down at this guy, "Hey, get off of her!" And he's just stabbed her a couple times. He leaves,
Just bounces by.
comes back,
Oh my God.
and then assaults her and stabs her to death. And people still do nothing.
Like how? Like what the fuck?
Like, I couldn't do that. I'm sorry, but like...
That no one person steps in. That's what amazes me.
Yeah.
In all of these things.
Yes. It's like, what in the fuck?
I mean, at the very least, call the fucking
police.
cops.
Yes.
If you don't want to be involved,
If you don't want to be involved,
Call the cops.
Call the cops.
say there is someone being attacked outside my apartment. This
There's
is
a
where
bunch
it's
of
at.
kids
Okay.
fighting in front of a pizza
Something.
place in the middle of the day.
Yes.
Something. Like anything.
Where the fuck was the
Step in.
pizza place owners or
Where's
employees?
anybody? Where is
Anybody.
anyone in
It's in
this fucking mess?
shopping center, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And this
There's
is the
gotta
thing.
be tons of people.
There's been times I got into fights in front of businesses or whatever when I was a kid.
Because he
Stop
used to
quickly,
be a
man.
bad guy.
and they're like, "Hey, get out from here, kids!"
Right.
But chase us off. That's what they did.
Now people just don't want to be involved. They don't
Yeah.
want to be.
We
put
went
their-
to the same high school, Epic.
Yeah.
I mean, how often did we see a skirmish get broken up pretty
Pretty
quickly?
quick.
Yeah.
Because even if we went to a sort of tougher school, and we kind of did,
Yeah.
the Cleveland Public School systems.
Yeah.
We get lambasted by friends of ours and other people that we know. I went to the Catholic high school. You went to Rome.
I mean, I went to Catholic high school, but there were still fights. There were still fights.
Hey,
So.
William Benton.
So,
Just saying.
but our teachers and the professionals there at the school,
The
security or even principals. I mean, what's her face? The head principal. She broke up fights even. She
Oh,
didn't
yeah, for
care.
Leno? Yeah.
Yeah, she's 5 foot nothing, 102 pounds. She
And we
jumped
used to
right
call her
in.
Skeletor, for Christ's sakes, because she was so skinny.
But she'd stop him.
She's
She was
dead
tough.
now, isn't she?
No,
dang.
I heard she's
It feels like she's dead now, right?
over on the east side.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Or
is she?
she's running schools over there, or she's got a
Castle
high
Grade School?
She's breaking up fights over there,
She's over there flying in.
taking out
On a
fucking
broom
fights like,
and,
hey,
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
a
just all
child.
Skeletor and like, hey, I'm gonna stop you.
Hi. Yeah, we're gonna be interrupted here.
Yeah.
What's going on? He needs help.
Important news from the producers.
Yeah.
What is going on, producers?
Hey.
Your phone's messed up? Of course it
Kids
is.
are so silly.
Yeah, we never have them on the show.
Hey, you want to say hi?
Yeah, it's a big 100th episode.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, pop on the show, Ryan. Go over there. There's
So
Olivia.
hi.
episode
Fix her
100.
hair. Her hair looks bananas.
There's stuff on that chair though,
Oh my
bud.
goodness. Yeah, you can't sit down there.
But if you stand right there,
Yeah,
we go.
there
You
you
will
go.
be
Sweet.
seen.
Yeah, there you
Snap. Nope.
go. Kind of. Choose one or the other. You go that way or that way. There you
There we
go.
go.
Let me see.
Yeah.
She's so little.
The
I know.
producers.
Yeah.
These are the producers of the show,
All right.
everybody.
All right, guys.
I know they're adorable.
Yep.
We created them ourselves.
Hey,
All right. What?
how is mommy over there, and how can her go in here?
Technology.
It's technology.
That's how
Isn't
cameras
that amazing?
and
Movie
things
magic.
work.
Live.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it is.
Yes, it is.
See, I mean, look at yourself. You're right there,
Yeah.
and then walk over this way, and now you're just gone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Okay.
He's going to be like blown
All right,
Oh,
away.
you got your phone fixed?
Yep.
Yes.
See, that's the same thing as this what's happening now.
Thank you
then.
guys for
All
popping
right,
in.
we'll try to
I'll
keep
be
up
up
the
there
good
in a
work.
minute.
Yes.
I'll be upstairs in a minute. You don't have to.
Stay with you.
You can't. She wants to stay with me. Oh gosh. You really wanna stay here?
You don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
I like the way it works out that she keeps running into every single
Yeah.
frame too.
Hi,
Yeah.
Daddy.
She's saying hi,
Hi.
Daddy. See, mommy's looking over here. Okay, so who is? Yeah, no one has commented on our kids because they're probably like so unprofessional of them to have their
I
fucking
know.
kids
You
in
can
there.
barely even see her face.
It's
I know
cute.
she's short. She's on my
Yeah.
lap. She's short.
Let me see if I can.
I
No, I can't do it.
No, don't touch buttons. No buttons.
Anyways.
call.
So that's a relatively sad story.
It is a
Nicola.
very sad story.
Yeah.
You know,
It is
you got
very sad.
people naked in cop cars and guys running into Cold Stone Creamery and other guys.
We got lots of
got wieners hard for days, and then,
Oh my God.
then you go to murder.
Then it's stop waving right into the camera. You're so silly.
But yeah, it's. I mean, and I guess my comment on that is that for as much as things stay the same, they change, and as much as things change, they stay the same.
Yeah, because this was
how do
how
we
long
revamp
ago?
this? I mean, there was stuff in the 40s and 50s, and then there's stuff that's just happened a couple weeks ago, and there's so many similarities in the stories. So how do we fix life? I mean, that's
right. It's kind of
we
like
don't have the
what
answers.
happened.
I put microphones on.
What do you want to do?
Microphone.
Microphone.
I got you.
That's the headphones.
I'm okay.
Can't have the headphones on. They're for mommy.
Yep.
Mommy has to have them on.
We're gonna go on break.
We're going on break. Say
When we
bye.
get back,
Say bye.
yeah. When we get back, we're gonna talk about a Colorado woman who places a wild bobcat in the back seat with a
snap.
3-year-old.
Talking.
Terrible. It's terrible.
And then we're gonna have Playing with Ballz and the end of the show.
Uh-oh.
So keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
Epic Radio Show.
Say see you later.
Bye bye.
Say see you later.
She won't do it. She won't cooperate
Yeah,
with me.
of course. not.
Whatever. She'll just wave her hands.
Why can't I find it? Okay.
So do you want mommy to come
All
back
right.
upstairs now?
All right. That's sweet. Awesome 100th episode.
100, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've been through some ups and downs, man. Crazy.
It's only the third one I've been on, so
yeah.
I have no frame of reference.
I mean, it started out with just me, Goldie, and Tokar. It was pre-recorded.
Yep.
And then we did live. I think we started that early last year. I think around February, March. And little by little, we're actually on Mixer now, too. I keep forgetting to mention that.
Yeah, that's important. You better advertise yourself well.
Yeah, we're on Mixer now.
We
started out on the Epic Radio Network, which was an online app. It was like an app you had to download, and then that failed miserably.
Okay.
It was pretty cool, though. I mean, if more people would have actually did it, because it was the way it was set up, there was actual music. And
you can use the licensed stuff on there?
Yes.
Okay.
And so there was actual music, and then we did the show. It basically repeated during the week, but
right.
It would air the first episode would be Monday morning,
and
then it would repeat I think 3 times a day until the next one. So it'd be in the morning, then in the afternoon, and then one at night. If you and then the next Monday it would be the new episode, whatever. And then when that failed, I moved the show to YouTube. That did well for a while. Then we end up adding Facebook, then later Twitter. And
I like the Twitter.
Yeah. And what else did we do? We tried what's Twitch? We tried Twitch for a while. Didn't really work out, so I'm trying Mixer now.
There was a kid in high school who had a Twitch, wasn't there?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably a few of them.
That was different back then. He also had that thing where you yell obscenities.
Tourette's?
Yeah, that's it. Shit.
Yeah.
He had a Twitch and Tourette's.
Well, there's definitely something wrong with this next lady. So this Colorado woman, she places a wild bobcat in the back seat just feet away from her son, who was 3 years old. Wildlife officials in Colorado are warning residents not to pick up certain whiskered hitchhikers after a near catastrophe.
Oh,
yes, occurred when a woman placed an injured bobcat in the backseat of her car along with her 3-year-old child. Colorado parks and wildlife officials had a strong message for anyone encountering the scene. One woman did on Wednesday. Never pick up wild animals. Duh. A tweet with a picture of an angry or possibly smiling bobcat read, see this bobcat? Notice its large teeth? Imagine the claws within its big paws. A Colorado Springs woman picked up this injured wildcat and put her in the car where the child was seated. Never pick up wild animals. She was lucky. Please call, I guess it would be animal control. And
the Colorado Parks Wildlife.
Yeah.
That was on Twitter?
That was on the Twitter.
Yeah,
yes.
that's their Twitter handle for Colorado.
Yeah. The animal was described as alert and was hissing and growling when Watson approached, who was the
that's an officer.
Officer, yes, who responded to the call. And the bobcat was 25 pounds. Officials removed a large cat from the woman's vehicle, adding that the animal likely didn't attack the people inside the car because it was mortally wounded and too injured to react. The bobcat was humanely euthanized after it was discovered that its rear legs were paralyzed. So that was that. It's a pretty kitty, though. Yep. Pretty kitty. 25 pounds and ready to fucking chew you up, though.
Now, I will say, And this is was kind of odd to me. Of course, we live here in Cleveland, Ohio, so it's rare you'd see something like this.
Like that, yeah.
Because you're in Colorado, and apparently, from what I gather in this article, it'd be nice if they at least put this much conjecture into it. That I would assume this woman sees the injured bobcat on the side of the road.
Absolutely,
then, so it must have been hit by a car. I think they don't bother to tell us.
They don't bother to tell you what happened to the fucking cat.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, at least a little
maybe they just didn't know.
And it's fine that they don't know. But that's one where a little speculation is okay.
But even if they would have said in the article, it's unclear what exactly happened to the animal. You know, maybe even speculated that, hey, maybe it got ran over. You know, or it didn't appear to be foul play. It didn't seem like, somebody like
poachers are just hanging around in Colorado shooting at bobcats.
You know what's funny about that is I actually, I think it was Friday. I actually saw there's a kitten in the middle of the road. I almost hit the motherfucker, and then the car behind me almost hit him. I was like half tempted to pick up this cat and take him home, and then I didn't.
Because you had, one of the kids in the backseat. You're like, oh, this kid might maul it. I just read this article about this 25-pound bobcat. This kid looks to be about 25 ounces. Not gonna chance it. Not chancing it. I don't get with squirrels. Like, I almost hit a squirrel the other day. Yeah. Because the damn thing starts running across. All right, I'm slowing down. Oh, now he's just stopped in the middle of the road. All right, let's slow down a little more. Oh, now he's running back at me. I got to swerve into oncoming traffic.
I wonder if they do that on purpose. I swear.
Think they do.
I think so too.
Oh,
it's like that
commercial.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like that insurance commercial. I think it's Geico or something like that, where they force you to crash and then they give each other a high five and shit.
Yep. Yeah. Squirrels are jerks.
It's poor kitty though. It looked like a pretty kitty though. If it wasn't so vicious and wild.
Minus the potential murder. I mean, that's what they say about that one fella who kept murdering women. He was a good-looking guy, but he murdered women. Not Dahmer. Who's the other guy?
Who?
The serial killer that killed women.
There are a lot of them killed.
The one that was a good-looking guy, though.
You're talking about what the fuck is his name?
Yeah, that guy. Not Jeffrey Dahmer, because that was the guy who ate guys.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Bundy.
Yeah,
not Al Bundy. Ted Bundy. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, Ted Bundy. Good-looking guy. Yes. He'd probably be a lot of fun. He was sociable at parties. Oh, yeah, and he murdered women.
Yeah.
Like bobcats murder people.
Yeah.
But that Bundy, good guy. Other than, murdering women.
Well, I don't think bobcats actually go out and murder people.
Probably not the same way.
I wonder what the statistics of that are. Like, how many people get mauled by bobcats a year?
Like in the Colorado area, especially.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually look that up.
See, yeah. I'm asking thought-provoking questions. Yeah. I mean, it's stupid when I just bring it up randomly for no good reason, but when it's a good question, it's a good question. See, huh?
Yeah.
Bobcat, well, especially when you place them right next to a 3-year-old child. I bet you that makes the percentages a little higher. Bobcat-related injuries?
Yeah.
Is this yearly?
I don't know.
Hey, any number would be good. See, it is 3 injured after handling bobcats they mistook for little kitties?
Yeah.
Well,
they were bobcat kittens.
Hey, look at the cute little kitty cats. Oh, my face! Would you like some 9 lives, some whisker treats, or whatever they call them? Their average weight is 25 pounds?
Yeah.
Huh.
They're about twice the size of an average house cat. So there's almost no way to mistake them once they're full grown. I don't know. Some of these cats,
have you been seeing fat house cats, man?
Some fat house cats, man.
I mean,
need to be on my 50-pound life,
That's what it would be.
Yeah.
It's Garfield in the marquee episode.
Yeah. I don't even think Garfield was as fat as some of these cats really are.
He looks pretty big in the cartoons, though. He's bigger than Odie, and Odie's a dog.
I think the only difference is, like, Garfield, for some reason, he walks on 2 feet. So he's actually, like, standing up. But I don't think he's actually bigger than Odie, like, other than that.
You bring up a good point. I guess it's all about the camera angle on the cartoon.
That's a good question. Is it pronounced question or question? I don't know.
What?
Question. Depends on where you are regionally. Marcus Rodriguez might say it 4 different ways. He does impersonations.
Yeah.
Question.
For some reason, you're blurry.
I'm blurry?
Yeah. Maybe it's my eyes. I don't know.
Well, you got your glasses on, so that doesn't make sense.
I know. I don't know. Anyways.
Some mornings I wake up feeling blurry.
Is it that time?
I guess it is. That was a decent segue, too, because I was going to say some mornings I feel dangerous. I wake up feeling dangerous. Other mornings I wake up feeling blurry.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't know how you wake up, but
today I woke up ready to play with some balls.
There you go.
Yeah, I gave myself my own segue there. How do you like that?
Yeah, because I was
you spaced
drowning.
for a second. You were close.
I was
you
drowning,
were close.
Yeah.
You were close to the balls, but you weren't quite there.
Jaguar or Jaguar?
Depends on how pretentious you are.
Yeah.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was loud. I apologize on that one. I got all excited about being pretentious for a second.
Yeah, gotcha.
Do the J as a Y.
All right. Well, it's ball time.
That's right. I am Mark Warren, and I am playing with balls. Or you're playing with balls with Mark Warren, or something like that. Along those lines, we're all playing with balls. Big balls, small balls, oddly shaped balls. First, I'm starting off with Cavs news. This is purely speculative for the most part, and it goes out to my good buddy TP, who enjoys watching and listening to the program, even though he's not watching or listening today because he hasn't had any wise-ass comments. How you doing, Tommy Parker? Cavs trade speculation news rumors, according to Nick Dudukovic. That's the guy's real name, too. We do all these names. The guy's actual name. He's on Fansided, actual website. And in his article, he says that since the Cleveland Cavaliers are dealing with a lot of expiring contracts this year, you could expect to see Jordan Clarkson, Tristan Thompson, Matthew Dellavedova, John Henson, Brandon Knight, all possibly moved. Now, the intriguing thing about all of these trade rumors is that these guys will most likely not be traded for other players, but for tiny balls, by which I mean lottery picks. That's right, traded for draft picks. Okay. And depending on the language, see how I had to tie balls into it too, though.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
For tiny, no, I didn't have to. No, those little ping pong balls, right?
That's right.
So there's also rumors speculating Kevin Love could be moved. That might even happen before the season begins. And Colin Sexton, now that the Cleveland Cavaliers have acquired Judy Garland, that's not his name, but this Garland kid in the previous draft, they may be moving on from Colin Sexton. So keep an eye out on the rumor mill out there. There were a lot of different stories, each one of these names, for no good reason whatsoever, quite frankly, because I can't see them moving away from Clarkson, who could win 6th Man of the Year.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Very good player. Yeah. Some talent on this Cavs team, but it is speculation, and that is how trade rumors work. Ohio State football, very little to say about these guys, but after a rough start, we got hit with a safety. We were trailing 2-0. We were trailing 5-0 to the fierce Miami of Ohio. Red Hawks. Not even really worth mentioning because then the Ohio State University went on to score 76 unanswered points. I won't bore you with stats because that's what bores old TP there, Tommy Parker. And I'm not sure if anyone else saw that interested in the stats from the game because the final score was 76-5. It's ridiculous. The Cavs think it's still up there, though. So, I mean, I moved on to Ohio State.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I just,
I was looking at something.
I know you were. I
had a message from Ashley Apple.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah. She just So I wanted to tell you guys, thanks again for all your support. If you guys didn't do this already, and I'm not sure 100% if it's still going on.
It should be.
But she needs votes to be on the cover of Maxim magazine. So if you go onto her Facebook, all you have to do is just look up Ashley Apple. I'm sure you can find one of her posts, and it's free to vote once a day, or you can pay $10, get 10 votes, and she'll actually send you a picture, a photograph with her signature. She'll sign it for you. It'll be a photograph that's not previously been released, and it would help her out. Okay, sorry, back to you.
No, I like that plug because Ashley Apple's good people.
She is. She's great.
And if she's interested, she can watch the Ohio State football game next Saturday at 7:30, where the Buckeyes are facing Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. It shouldn't be much of a battle, but it is another Big Ten game, and that's what we're really looking forward to. Is play some real other teams in the conference.
Yeah.
Gonna move on to Antonio Brown, who, as many of us already know, has been cut by the New England Patriots. It happened on Friday.
And like that quickly too.
If he's on your fantasy team, make sure you drop him right away, or at least stick him on the bench. He is not playing today.
Yeah.
And yes, it looks as though he'll probably be out for quite a while.
Well, he's been dropped, right?
Well, the thing is any team can go and sign him. He probably wouldn't be eligible to play next week, but by week 5, if another team goes and signs him, just think about this. He started the year with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When he left there, the speculation was that he was going to get traded to the Bills. People bought Buffalo Bills jerseys with Antonio Brown's name on it. That trade was almost set in stone. What happens? No, that falls through. Antonio Brown doesn't want to play in cold old Buffalo. So instead of shuffling off to Buffalo, he gets dealt to the Oakland Raiders for like a 3rd and 5th round draft pick. Not really great compensation.
Yeah.
That lasts all of, I don't know, a week. I don't even think he played it down there in the regular season. He couldn't get the right helmet. He's off inappropriately touching friends of his who are trainers, and then they're saying that he didn't do it or he did. It depends on what an Instagram picture looks like. I don't know. Now he's got like 3 or 4 other counts against him, and that happened after he got to New England, after he got cut by Oakland. So there are technically 4 teams that Antonio Brown has played on, or at least almost played on, this year alone. So get ready for number 5. That's going to happen soon. You know, the funniest thing about it, though, was Bill Belichick was giving a press conference where, before it started, flat out told the media, I can't stand media people. Just know that already. I'm never going to get a real job in this industry because I hate the media because they all suck. So Belichick's there. Before the presser, I'm not going to answer any questions. You know, Bill Belichick, I'm not going to answer any questions about Antonio Brown. First 5 questions are all questions about Antonio Brown. And I didn't get to hear the 5 specific questions because they didn't release this. But I'm sure they were all variations of, hey, so what's going to happen with Antonio Brown? Hey, that one wide receiver, AB, what's going to happen with him? And they are all just worded different ways. Because, you know, there's a lot of brilliance in the media, whether it be Boston or Cleveland or anywhere else. Of course, speaking of Cleveland, we can shift our focus to the Cleveland Browns. Now, it's a pretty damn good Monday night victory over the New York Jets. We looked good. We didn't look great. Why? What?
Marcus just said, as long as the negative spotlight is off Odell, I'm good.
Right. I mean, Odell looks like Mother Teresa in comparison to Odell Beckham. All right, I'm sorry. In comparison to Antonio Brown, old BJ is quiet and compassionate.
Yes.
And he's done nice things in the community.
Yeah.
People making a big deal out of him wearing a watch, of all things.
That's stupid.
I mean, just stop wearing the watch and people stop talking about you wearing a watch. And so long as you catch passes. That 89-yard run after the catch, it was probably about 75 yards of that was just him running. Safety gets like afraid to tackle him, literally runs in the opposite direction. If you watch that play. And great big win. Go out to New York, you beat them. But here's where stuff gets difficult. You're facing the team that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
You're at home It's Sunday night. Regardless of size of audience, it is a bigger audience because of the national audience, sure. And it's on NBC. 8 o'clock, you're playing Under the Lights. Why, what?
No, he was saying, he shaved the blonde hair off.
Yeah, I know. Like, he's doing things that are kind of being a little more like being a regular dude. I mean, he still had some gaudy earring in, I think. But so what? I mean, Deion Sanders made a career on being that guy. You're not going to be surprised that the prima donnas act a little prima donna.
Yeah. Well,
it's okay. It's the position to do it in.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. If he's earning the money, if he wants to spend his money on a goddamn watch, it's his fucking money. Who gives a shit?
I mean, I kind of prefer he didn't wear it during the game.
I mean, it's kind of weird to wear it during the game.
But it's not a news report.
But it's not like... Maybe he just forgot to take it off.
I find that highly unlikely. But it doesn't matter because it's just watch. Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
That's the thing.
Who gives a shit?
Our local news, and it's the reason why I made the comment with the Antonio Brown thing. People are so desperate for stories. They're like, he had a sundial next to his locker. This guy is obsessed with time. Yeah. Going out there with a Flava Flav like necklace. Hits him right in the chest.
Yes.
He dropped it because of the clock.
Living his best life. That's correct.
And so last point with this, because I want to wrap up with the Indian stuff and not go nuts on time, is I want to ask you your thoughts. We've got the Browns game tonight. You got a final score. Give me something epic.
They're up against the
it's the LA Rams. This is their biggest test. I mean, outside of when they go to New England.
Good though.
The Rams are very good. They're talented all over the place.
Yes.
Their run game's a little lackluster.
I will say this, okay? I don't know. I can't. It's going to be too hard to predict the winner. If the Browns play like they did last week, then I could see them winning by a touchdown.
It's going to be close.
Yes, I definitely will be a close game. I mean, I could even see by a field goal them winning. Mm-hmm. You know, like that's how close I think. I think with their rushing game being weak and our passing game being a little stronger than it has been, I think that's going to kind of even itself out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to, just because I'm a little biased, I'm going to predict the Browns to win by 3.
Okay. That actually is very close to what I had. Yeah. And even as I was waffling on the decision this morning, almost until you were done talking, really, I still have it as being a 3-point game, but I do think it's the Rams who come out on top, like 24-21 or 23-20, just something like that.
I think me too. I think it's going to be really close. I'm going to, like I said, I'm just to kind of...
The Browns' problem last week was that they didn't finish off drives. That's what they have to do this week to win, and I don't know if they're there yet. Scoring field goals instead of touchdowns aren't going to win you those ball games.
No, they're not.
And that's where the Rams just have that slight edge. They'll score the touchdowns.
Yeah.
So you might lose this ball game something like 21-16, just something like that, because you were kicking field goals when they were scoring touchdowns.
Yep.
And even that's kind of low. But I think both defenses are much better.
I think it's going to be...
or even 28,
I think it's going to be 20s, both the scores. I'd say like 21 to like 24 or some shit. I don't know.
Right. That was my initial thought even right there, too. I almost said that. But I don't know. I think both defenses are better than people are realizing.
I think our defense can handle it. I think that Marcus has a point that... once the chemistry is there, I think it's going to really take off. I mean, they're still a pretty new team. This is Baker's second year, and he only played half a season. Most of these people are new drafts that are playing in the
free
defense.
Agents that have been brought in.
Yep.
And mind you, we're suffering through some injuries right now, too.
Absolutely.
We have it against us today, and I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't check the odds on it because I'm not a betting man.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams are a slight favorite of something like 2 or 3 points.
Yeah.
Just so even if they win, the spread doesn't get covered. So however it works. I'm a big fan of thinking that the home team has an automatic advantage. But if the Browns lose this game at home, they'll be 0-2 at home and 1-0 on the road.
And
that'll be another weird thing.
That's weird, too, because I thought it was really strange how we got blown out at home.
Yeah, that was just a bad fourth quarter. I mean, we could just
we started
go
out
into
okay,
that Browns Titans things. I could do a full episode just on the Browns Titans game. Quite frankly, that's why I won't bother you too much with all of my thoughts on that one. But quite frankly, the Browns played better than the Titans, except for the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Indians thing, real fast. You have to close out strong. You're in the last week of your season. You are technically out of the playoffs if they started today. You have to start by winning today. Well, you have 3 on the road against the Chicago White Sox, and you close out with 3 in Washington against the Nationals. And the only point I'll make that as silly's the word for it, that we're still doing interleague baseball, which there are some people in our audience so young who don't remember life before interleague baseball. We're on the cusp of that, quite frankly. Epic and I are. And in respects to all of that, you can still win those games in Washington if you plan it out correctly. I mean, just because you don't have the DH available to you, you have the expanded rosters in September. Yeah. So almost every single time a pitcher comes up to bat, you have a good enough bullpen and you have good enough arms, you could just have a regular position player come up to bat for the pitcher, and you stand a good chance of winning that ball game if you strategically plan it out well. You got 3 of them, finish up your season in Washington, and that's, in my opinion, when that second wild card will be decided. A's are probably running away with the home.
Me too, and I think we have a good chance of getting that second wild card if we play good ball.
And honestly, the Twins have fallen off. They've been able to barely hold on to victories, not just against us last weekend. Yeah. However long ago that was now. Yeah. But against the Royals, they're not exactly beating them. No. They got crushed by them yesterday. Yes. Just think. You could wind up losing this division by 2 games and missing out on the playoffs and the wild card by 1.
I know.
And you would have a better record than whoever wins the NL Central.
Isn't that ridiculous?
And that's just where baseball is this year. Watch, next year it could be completely different. Yeah. Football's had the same dilemmas before, Chris. Too. It's all the weird stuff with all of the mathematics. But honestly, sometimes that bores myself even, and I'm really into it. Yeah. So I won't spend another 10 minutes just going on about all the different math involved with what could just happen in these next 7 games. But go Tribe, go Browns tonight. You get a double dip. The Tribe game starts at 7, while the Browns game starts at 8. So you have 2 different TVs on. You can listen to the radio and watching the game and just freaking yourself out.
The fuck out, yeah.
You know, listen to the Browns and have the Indians on TV. You got options.
Absolutely.
And enjoy it. And I had come up with a catchphrase, so I better remember to say it. Until next time, this time has been the most recent for Playing with Balls.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you for that.
We went a little long because we started talking.
Fine. No, that's fine.
It was a good conversation.
It was a good conversation, though. All right. So that's the show for us. We are going to be back next week. Our guest will be Sarah Yeager. I'm sorry. I wonder if she drinks Yeager. That'd be interesting. But she's a comic, I believe, out of the Akron area, and she actually has this thing about treasure trolls. Remember them?
Treasure trolls?
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism for flicking the bean?
I don't think that's what that is.
Oh
no, I'm talking about the actual little troll things.
Oh, they were toys
with the hair
from the 90s.
Yes. There's
because there were trolls, and then there were the other ones that were tiny ones.
Yes.
Those are treasure trolls.
Yes,
and they're about the size of the tip of your thumb.
Well, we'll get more into that, but she'll tell us a little bit more about that and what she does. And make sure you follow us on the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Fucking always check us out on the epicradioshow.com. We have games. We have merch for sale. We have all this other stuff. If you would like to donate to the show using Cash App, it's $, the Epic Radio Show. It could be $1 or it could be whatever. It just helps us out. You know, after a while, the equipment starts getting a little old. We have to replace stuff. And it just helps us out. So thank you guys. We will see you guys next week. And as always, make life epic.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many states nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh wow, that was terrible. Hasta la vista, baby.
No! That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. Not in fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's all, folks.